What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So things are getting very, very heated as former BALCO founder and now founder of SNAC program, Victor Conte, he called out undefeated unified WBC IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer who is widely considered by many to be top 3 best pound for pound fighters in the world, in ERROL the True Spence Jr. 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 21 big wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. He's going into a massive unification showdown with WBA, World Boxing Association, welterweight world champion, Cuban star boxer, YORDENIS, who is 27 wins, 4 losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'9" with a 68-inch arm reach. With that said, Victor Conte, he's wondering how come there isn't any notifications or any information regarding ERROL Spence and YORDENIS doing stringent testing, okay, for random testing for any performance enhancers. Now, we know Victor Conte, this is his lane. This is what he's known for. Okay, Victor Conte obviously was big with the situation in baseball that involved massive names in the sport of baseball like Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Roger Clemens, just to say the least. It involved big names, massive Hall of Fame names in the sport of baseball, okay? And with that said, Victor Conte is now involved in the sport of boxing. And so now Victor Conte, after that whole debacle and that whole case and everything that took place, Victor Conte, he's created the SNAC program. And so he's calling out fighters for not, showing proof that they're entering the clean boxing programs, that they're doing random testing, that they're clean athletes. So in this case, he called out ERROL Spence and YORDENIS and says, why is there such a secret? And why hasn't there been any reveals of to what's taking place? He even called out the PBC, the Premier Boxing Champions. He stated that PBC fighters are secretive, top-ranked. The zone fighters have shown proof publicly. Only the PBC fighters keep it in-house. So ERROL Spence, he decided to take to social media. And ERROL Spence, he proved that he is indeed enrolled in clean program, that he's doing testing, and that he is clean. Okay, the results of his test shows that he's clean. And so Victor Conte, he congratulated and he stated he thanked you to ERROL Spence, so on and so forth, for showing proof and answering the questions. Well, ERROL Spence, he responded by letting him know, stop questioning me because you told, essentially, you're a snitch, okay? And you told, allegedly, in your situation. Well, Victor Conte, he then decided to take the social media behind that, okay? And he stated that that he is indeed, not what they say he is, and he's taking the social medias to his Twitter, and he says this, quote, much respect to ERROL Spence Jr. for clarifying his history with VADA testing. I recently posted they made me needing to doing VADA, okay? The history for PBC boxers is to not allow VADA to be transparent. Why the secrecy? Question mark. Generally, PBC boxers are not posted by VADA. Boxers with top rank in the zone are posted, okay? Then he goes on to say, in response to ERROL Spence, he stated that I thanked you and I showed you respect for clarifying what's taking place after my post. Then he said this, let's please put the snitch and telling part behind me to bed once and for all. At ERROL Spence, for those unable to open the New York Times article, here is the LA Times confirmation of no cooperation by me and BALCO case against any athletes or anyone else. End quote. Just then he put, just enroll in VADA testing, right? So He says, then he goes on again. He said, there seems a need for me to clarify to ERROL Spence and others in the sport of boxing. I did not cooperate with anything involving the BALCO case. I gave no testimony or evidence against athletes. I accepted full consequences and my time in prison. Truth is important. The truth is important, and here it goes, okay? Then he goes on to say, I just was directly asking ERROL Spence, YORDENIS, UGAS, and GTB promotions if they are doing VADA. I asked twice and there was no response. They may be doing VADA, so why the secrecy? Mimo Herrera, that's a guy that Victor Conte is linked to. He says Guru Science, allegedly, with YORDENIS UGAS is a well-known guy who is into these things. In my opinion, boxing scribes are hesitant to ask for clean boxing programs, okay? Well, ERROL Spence, he responded by saying, don't ask me no questions, because you cooperated allegedly in your situation. Leave me out of it. ERROL Spence has clarified his situation and clarified that he is indeed in clean boxing program, and he has nothing to hide, okay? This is nothing new regarding ERROL Spence. For years, people have been claiming that they feel ERROL Spence has been doing having an unfair advantage, so on and so forth. It even got to the point where people were saying that all you got to do is look at ERROL Spence's chest. It resembles somebody who's doing something that's not on the basis or on the good graces of the sport. But ERROL Spence he's with the World Boxing Program, the WBC, President Mauricio Suleiman, and the board of 32 members, and they have a clean boxing program when you hold or represent the WBC title. And so ERROL Spence, he showed proof, he clarified his stance, his situation, that he is indeed in VADA. He does do testing, and he's a clean athlete. So Victor Conte, this is not just the only person. Victor Conte was also, very suspicious of legendary retired 8 division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pacquiao, allegedly. He also was not happy with the most recent situation that took place with 2 division undefeated world champion Mexican superstar boxer Oscar Valdez, and Oscar Valdez tested positive for a banned substance on VADA's list, and it was overlooked. He was still allowed to fight a week or 2 later against Robson Casasio, and he tested positive for a banned substance. And we know the WBC, they stated that it was equivalent to having 10 Red Bulls. So it wasn't anything that, he purposely did. Initially, his team stated that it was something in the tea he drank. Then they stated they don't know how it got into his system. And at the end of the day, he was still allowed to fight. And the boxing world was not happy about this because they felt, and the entire boxing world, including myself and, boxing pundits, his peers, that it was unfair. There should have been some sort of punishment, to say the least. He should have at least been stripped of the belt, suspended, something. But there was nothing. It continued as business as usual. It was overlooked. And this boxing, the sport of boxing, is already risky enough. So nobody needs to have and be allowed to have any unfair advantages, allegedly, in this sport of boxing. So Victor Conte, it's not that he's singling out these particular 2 fighters. He's been doing this in the sport of boxing regarding who it is. It just happens so that ERROL Spence has been getting this unfair, conversation for quite some time. And ERROL Spence has proven that he's a clean athlete. He's a clean boxer. Now, when it comes to YORDENIS UGAS, I'm sure if ERROL Spence is enrolled, YORDENIS UGAS is enrolled. And Victor Conte, his stance is that, YORDENIS UGAS is with somebody who's alleged known for having unfair advantages or giving unfair advantages to his athletes. And so with that said, he's just raising concern in the sport of boxing, and ERROL Spence was having none of it, okay? And ERROL Spence said, listen, keep my name to yourself. Don't say my name. Don't involve me. because, you know, you cooperated allegedly. You snitched, okay, allegedly. And Victor Conte took to social media to clarify that that was not the case. So things have gotten heated. ERROL Spence again has clarified his situation and his stance, and Victor Conte is still saying that, you know, the PBC fighters are being secretive. So we got to see how this unfolds and plays out moving forward. But that's all I got for y'all. April 16th, Arlington, Texas, AT&T, Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Earl the True Spence Jr., YORDENIS UGAS, Unification, 3 belts on the line, massive pay-per-view showdown. Watch it. Be there. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.